Rage, Smarty, Player 1, Player 2, Automatic, Machine Gun, Magnum, Rifle, Shotgun, Light, Reload, Shoot outside the screen. Congratulations! Let's go! Ready to fire. Are you ready?
Where we off to today?
Walmart.
The Morning Stream. Prepare the virgin. I don't like the sound of that.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to TMS. It is the morning stream for Monday, January 26, 2026. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett.
Good day to you. Post Broncos loss hangover day here in Colorado is what we call it.
Yeah, tight score, though.
It was a tight score. Yeah. And had they maybe gone for just the field goal in that first quarter, they got really close and said, oh, no, let's do a fourth quarter run and see if we can do it. And might have had a different turnout, might have had a different ending result. But you know what? Gotta say, Jason Stidham Jarrett Stidham for not having any starting snaps this last season, held his own against a good Patriots team, and kept him to 3 points, and the snow did the rest.
Snow did some heavy lifting.
It really did,
in your game. Let's see, it ended up being, 10-7? Let's see.
I think that's right.
I think that sounds right. That's a pretty tight game. That's not like...
It's a tight game, and it was... And all those points were scored in the first quarter. I think 7-7 in the first quarter, and then they got a field goal in the later. But the cold weather made field goals and things like that just so much more difficult, probably because the ball's a little slipperier. It doesn't go where you want it to when you kick it. You're running on a slippery field, so you got to kind of... As you're running up to kick the ball for a field goal, you're worried about slipping, so you're being a little bit more ginger in your run up, things like that. So
I always like, though, that football's like, hey, other stadiums. Well, there are some stadiums that close it off, obviously, that are domed
with the domes. Yeah,
but I like the ones that are out, like Green Bay. They're out there going, you know what?
You deal with whatever happens. Patriots Stadium. What is it? Gillette Stadium.
Yeah.
Same kind of thing. They cut to here's what it would have been like if the Patriots had home field advantage, and obviously the big snowstorm going on the East Coast right now. It's a mess. So
really bad. Yeah.
It's great.
Last I heard from Dunaway, he's in the green on being on today. So
okay, good. Yeah, he said that they called him into work at 11 instead of his usual time, so we're crossing our fingers that he can take a break immediately.
Yeah. Basically says Did
you get something more recent than that, or is that the latest?
I think it's the same too. Yeah. It's just like I'm feeling, it says it looks promising. Other people are here. No major outages yet. So
good. Okay. Cool.
We'll make it work, I think.
Yeah, good.
We will not miss his presence. How about that?
Thank goodness.
I made a big goof, Brian.
You did? Okay,
yeah,
tell me about this.
This is really embarrassing. So it actually brought some levity to an otherwise kind of dour weekend. It was my mother's funeral. Big thanks, by the way, to everybody who said such nice things. Got lots of cards in the mail and just sweet people doing nice, generous things. And the community is just really awesome. So that was really great. And, my mom and John and half my other extended family, they don't even really get it. That people, that the tadpole is this other, that they're more like family than just an audience. You know what I mean?
Right. They see it as, what? It's like the Tonight Show audience didn't send gifts to Johnny Carson or
on his second cancer or whatever it was. Right, exactly. Yeah. They don't quite get that. But I tried to explain it to those who wanted to hear it, and they were all very, gracious, and we're just happy to have that out there. So first of all, thank you all for that. Second of all, of course, one of the only jobs I really had, other than being there, and I had to speak, and I did, organizing with my sisters and all this stuff. Other than those basic things, I had one other important job, and that was to put together about a 10-minute looping video honoring my mother. And we had photos from when she was a baby, way back when they used to colorize their weird black and whites. It's very weird.
Oh, really? Was
Yeah.
Ted Turner a member of the family?
No, it was like 1938, and so I don't know. It was weird. It's like that though, like blushy and it's off.
Like oversaturated, weird.
Yeah, I don't like it. Not a fan.
No.
But from that all the way up to she had a real vibe in the 60s. Got a bunch of photos for that, and then a whole bunch of stuff that kind of carries through family time and us growing up, and then recent years, and then all the way to the end. So I had a really good. I spent some serious time and focus on this. I'm going to make a quality looping 10-minute video that'll sit out in the foyer. Some say foyer. I'm French, and I say foyer.
Sure,
all right,
sure. Plus, it's more fun.
Yeah, exactly. And all our old friends and all the family come up and they see it, and it's got nice music, and it's people getting teary about it. Everything came together. Feeling good about it.
No Daft Punk soundtrack to that one?
No. I accidentally slide a track in there. Upon earth to get lucky. Yeah, I didn't do that. So I thought I got it all good. No gaps, no double photo fades or anything weird. Yep. Technically, just a good deal. And I had Kim's MacBook behind this TV, nice and hidden. It was just on loop, and everything was great. And about 10 loops through it, my niece comes to me and she goes, you got people flipping off the camera in one of those shots. And I went, and this is in a church, by the way, that we're having this thing.
Okay, yeah.
And there are a lot of people there that are fairly churchy. And so I went, I'm sorry, what? She goes, come here. So I go over there. I think it was Shawnee, my niece. Anyway, we're standing there and she goes, all right, watch. And we're about midway through it. And there's this scene where I've cropped into my mom and John at a family reunion in 2012.
Okay.
And this is a typical thing where we'll do a couple of serious photos with the family at these events, but then we do a goofy one. Everyone makes a dumb face, and most people flip the camera off because it's just a dumb tradition.
It's a dumb, right.
And it offends some people, and it's funny when they're offended, and we do all that.
Right.
This probably sounds like just normal family stuff, and it is. But I cropped it way in without really paying attention to the outer ring of this photo, because what I was trying to get was my mother and John and partial of my sister all making a ridiculous face. So a fun little levity moment in the photos, right? So I do that, and I crop it perfectly, and it was big enough I could zoom in nice without losing clarity, and I went thumbs up, moved on. Well, as I'm watching this thing with my niece, on the periphery of this image, there's like 5 fingers, including my wife's with her giant ring she always wears. Big old hands with big burrs going burr, right in the camera. Now, by the end of this thing, we ended up spreading through the family a little bit, and everyone's laughing at me. But we decided not to. What am I going to do? Run home?
Yeah.
20 minutes before the funeral starts and swap it out? Like,
re-edit it and right. Yeah.
I'm not doing any of that. So I said, we're just going to let it slide, and if somebody notices, this would crack mom up. So this would be funny to her.
That's exactly what I was about to ask. Like, your mom would have loved this.
She would have laughed her head off. It was
the funniest thing. And she's like, why did you crop out all the people flipping it off? Why didn't you leave them in, is what she probably would
John
have
would have been angry.
Of course he would have.
But he's too multiple things. He's a little bereft. He's also a grump. He doesn't remember things, and his eyes are leaving him. So I don't think he would have noticed, even if he tried. Yeah. Yeah. So as long as that was cool, we were just like, yeah, this is the kind of thing that we would crack up about. These are the things we're going to talk about. Her up there at the podium here in a minute. Like, this is like my mom's. She laughed at everything. So she would have laughed at this. So it was all fine. But for a hot second there, I freaked out. And then I freaked out again because later, while we're all milling around doing the luncheon thing, the TV disappears along with my MacBook and cables and adapters and stuff. And I thought,
no! And you had even tweeted or posted like, this event with everybody's coming in, seeing family. Why am I worried about my MacBook getting stolen?
Exactly. It's exactly right. That was what that was from, and I couldn't find it. And then the mortuary people are really nice, so I knew that was their TV, but I didn't know if maybe they thought it was their computer. Some guy doesn't know.
Well, they probably didn't want, we got to take the TV out of here, but we don't want to just leave the MacBook out there. So I'm sure my guess is, and you can tell me, that they put it away in a nice little safe place for you.
They did. They put it behind a table, neatly behind a thing. It was hidden. Just nobody said anything. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
But also, it wasn't that big a deal. I survived it.
Yeah.
I got through, Brian. I got through.
Good. I'm glad you did, and I'm glad everything went well. I'm sure
it went really well for what it is.
Seeing the family and the extended folks and friends and stuff like that was was cathartic for what you guys needed all at this time.
We did for sure. And in Wendy's case, her family is leaving in an ice storm. Well,
yeah. Oh, wow.
two kinds of ice storms.
Right.
One is the weather.
Yeah, right. And the other is
a bunch of
the capital letters ice storm.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So there's a lot going on her end of the world. So her son was on a separate flight because they couldn't book it any other way. And he ended up walking in, putting his coat on, like his suit coat on, and sitting as they started the service.
Okay.
So he just literally got there in time. So there's a lot of that sort of thing. But then we took a chunk of Saturday and everybody went to my sister Misha's. We crashed the place. Wendy's friends had it catered as a gift for the funeral.
Nice. Yeah.
And we just ate like pigs and hung out and laughed. And at one point I stood in one side of the room, just kind of looked at everybody, and you can't hear yourself over all of it. And I went, that's the deal.
Yeah.
That's what she would want. John would hate it, by the way. He always hated it.
Right.
He hated when we would get together and talk. He hated it. He hated when everybody was talking at once. But this was like the scene of like camaraderie, happiness, family.
Yes. People catching up who haven't talked to each other in a long time. And
yeah, it was amazing. So all that stuff was really good. Here's the only thing is my mom is now, we've got some closure on all this. She never told me a secret, and I found out the secret. Would you like to hear it? It's not that controversial.
I'd love to hear the secret. Yeah.
Apparently, she was in New York at one point and took a picture with Ferris Bueller.
Look at that. Wow.
And it was in a book. It was in a photo book at the funeral. I'd never seen this photo. I'd never even heard about this trip or that she had hung out. And it was during one of those, like, he's on Broadway with Nathan Lane.
I was going to say he's doing a play of producers probably or something.
Yeah, producers. Or I think they were Odd Couple for a while or something like that.
Okay.
I think him and Lane were doing that.
Really?
As well.
Okay.
Anyway, like it's like bam, there's Ferris Bueller, and I'm like, I said it out loud, like, Mom, you didn't tell me that you got to see Ferris Bueller in person.
That's really cool. Wow. Huh.
Probably didn't talk about that car accident, but anyway.
Yeah, probably not. Probably.
I just want to say it before someone else
Jennifer Grey and the no, too late. BioCow said it immediately. BioCow was right, Johnny on the spot with the she took a picture with a guy who killed someone.
Yeah.
It's like, oh good Lord. Okay,
I knew that was coming. I was trying to head it off at the pass, damn it.
Yep.
Too slow. But anyway, everything went good. It was fine. I wish I could say the same for Kim's mom, but now we're dealing with that. But listen, it rains, it pours. This was the 1800s. I'd be a blind old man on a porch if I survived my appendicitis when I was 16 and it burst.
Right.
I'd probably be dead then. So let's think of the positive.
At least it's not the 1800s.
Yeah. They know how to do cataract surgeries, and they can take care of your appendix when it bursts.
Exactly. Yeah.
They couldn't back then. We'd all be toast.
Well, now Kim gets the full focus and support and.
Yeah.
Not like she wasn't getting support before, but obviously it was like, all right, well, we've got this funeral coming up, then we've got your mom's situation. Now it's like, all right, now we can kind of pour all our support and emotion and backing to
it does make a big difference. Being split like that is rough, and we only had to do it really for 2 weeks, but that was not a thing I would recommend for people. It was bad. I did not like that at all. Somehow managed to keep stuff running. I had a whole DNS mess yesterday that was planned months ago, but because of all this, it was just like the worst thing to deal with. It's all good now. Everything's fine.
Good.
Blah. Anyway.
DNS.
I know, right? Stupid internet.
It is the stupidest thing. It's like, okay, why? Everything's pointed to the right place. The certificate's up. What the heck? Why aren't you showing up?
We really should. It's the most archaic part of the internet that's been there forever that we could have made better by now. Somebody out there, some IT professional is all into like the server end of things and why it still has to be this way. I will gladly read your email about why you think this is just the way it's going to be forever. But I am telling you, if I can get computers to make photos and sing songs, I should be able to make it propagate freaking changes to your DNS faster. Or more reliably.
Exactly. There's so many things in life that are like, come on, why haven't they fixed this yet? The other is a little automatic toothbrushing thing you put into the top of your mouth. It goes, brushes all your teeth, flosses in between them. You pull it out, you put in the bottom one.
Or even the same time, stick them in both there and just do it.
I mean, with a little straw hole so you can breathe. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, Brian, maybe we need to do it.
All right, I'm going to 3D print it. We're going to try it out this week.
All right. Prototype on its way, everybody.
That's right.
Check.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Trying stuff. You don't have this near you, do you?
No, I do. You know what? We'll do it. We'll take Dunaway and then we'll do it after.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
Good.
we'll do that. We'll eat Dunaway, then we'll eat those.
Perfect.
Oh, whoops.
All right.
The volume on this is all bad. Hold on a second. Sorry, everybody. There we go.
There we go.
Hey, everybody, look what it is. Who it is.
Look what it is.
Hey, what are you, Brian Dunaway?
Oh, hi, that's kind of hurtful. Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Hey, man. Hey, you seem to be having internet and power, and that's good. I'm glad.
Yeah. We, of course, this is what always happens. It's like you'll have like about 10 or 15 of those instances where it's like, it's going to be the storm of the century. Mm-hmm. Everyone prepare.
Yeah.
And then you do all the stuff and then nothing happens. And you're like, after about 10 times, you're like, whatever, I'm not listening anymore. And then guess what? Storm of the century destroys everything.
Yeah. That's kind of the South in a nutshell, because you guys will have years where it's like, oh, hurricane season's looking gnarly this year, and then everything just kind of skirts. And then 1 year, like, that's not looking too bad. Oh no, there's something for. Oh, we're done.
We're all gonna die.
I hate that for you guys, but also, you're on your toes, and that's what counts.
Yeah, that's right. We're on our toes, man. We're still. The last thing that happened was that hurricane, so we're all still a little skittish. It's like, so when we get announcements, it's like, get the generators back out.
I get you, man. Nature don't care. Nature does not give a shit.
What a big meanie nature is.
We should be nicer to it.
She's actually portrayed kind of nicely in the Smurfs.
And the butter commercial too, right? There was a butter margarine commercial where Mother Nature is like this.
She was great. She
with
like this
flowers all over.
Yeah, she started churning butter for us. It's great.
I'm glad. That's kind of a nice retro thing to bring Brian Dunaway on to talk about as a retro butter commercials.
Representation of the Mother Nature.
Didn't Papa Smurf date Mother Nature in like a couple episodes? Am I just making stuff up?
He's a pervy gooner, so probably.
Did you watch that after having some dental surgery or something? Did you watch the Smurfs and I can imagine
before
Papa
and
Smurf
after.
dated Mother Nature?
Oh, that made me choke. I don't know.
Somebody's going to find it. It probably does exist, and somebody's going to find it. And
what's the rule? What's the rule about if you have a kink? Yeah, there you go.
If you have a kink, it's probably on the internet. There's a whole subreddit about Mother Nature fantasies.
Probably is, dude.
It's really stepmother nature is the porn category.
Yeah. You're terrible.
Yeah, that's
You're going
terrible.
Straight to hell.
Yep.
Do not best go.
Come on,
right.
I think that was pretty funny.
It was pretty good.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious, but you're going to hell.
Oh, please! I've known that for a long time. They've already spray painted my name in a parking space down there.
Yeah, they're comping. They're comping your hotel rates down there. You're just going
exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, hey, let's play a game. I like games.
Sure.
How do these work? How does this game work?
How does it work? It's time to play the Tadpooley. No, it's not. Why does this say Tadpooley Feud? Because I typed the wrong thing. Let's fix that.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Morning Half-Asses, a trivia game where I'm actually going to be giving you the answers. I'm going to give Scott and Brian a category and 6 possible answers, 3 of which are correct and 3 that are, like the rules for Tadpooley Feud, incorrect.
Nice.
Depending on how confident you feel the category, you can provide 1, 2, or 3 guesses, but if any of the guesses are wrong, you get 0 points for that round. Get 1 right gets you a point, 2 right gets you 3 points, and 3 right gets you 5 points. We're going to add up all those points at the end, and you guys are going to win nothing. You're going to get nothing, but you're going to win prizes for contestant proxies that we've pulled from Patreon. Scott, you are playing for Matt Eanes.
Nice. Hi, Matt. I will be playing for you.
And Brian, you're going to be playing for Sen from This Week in MCU. I didn't know that was a thing this week from MCU.
Yeah, I didn't either, and I kind of want to check it out now, but that is literally his username on Patreon, that whole thing.
Yeah,
so.
It's a brilliant way to get it promoted is by putting it in your Patreon username on TMS.
Yeah.
What an inexpensive way to do that.
I'm impressed. We would have promoted him either way, but, use this everywhere you go. That's great.
Yeah, I've been in several Marvel mobile games with Sen as a friend in those games, so he's
nice.
into it just like me.
Friend.
You are friend.
And he beat me to This Week in MCU because I was thinking about something like that. Anyway, let's get right to the game. put your hands nowhere near your buzzers because you'll need it for this game.
To say, I was scrambling. I was like, oh no, but what?
Wrong page. There's no button here.
That one I did on purpose. The feud text I did not. All right, let's get to your first question. We all love Shakespeare. We all know Shakespeare like the back of our hand. Which of these are actual tales from the Bard? Which of these are actual Shakespeare plays? King John, King Henry III, All's Well That Ends Well, The Merry Mistress, Orpheus, and Coriolanus.
Well,
Orpheus.
We definitely went with the
Coriolanus.
the paths less traveled.
Coriolanus.
These are hard. King John. Is that really a thing?
John.
King John. All's Well That Ends Well, I think, is one of his phrases, but I don't know if it's the name of a damn play.
All right. Keep speaking out loud and giving me more hints.
Yeah.
All right.
I need
Henry
it.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to tell you.
No, keep doing it.
No, I can't do
Come
it.
on.
I can't do it.
All right. And I'm going to go with this one.
Stay on target.
Because
I'm too fat.
I'm too fat.
Sorry, TRPW is going to be mad at me again because I'm talking about Porkins. Sorry.
Oh,
Are you not
right,
talking about
yeah.
Porkins?
No, it's a whole thing.
Well,
It's
we need to give his name, William Hootkins.
William Hootkins. Every time he comes up, I'm trying to be respectful, so I won't bring him up again. I like him. He's top man.
How much do you like?
I'm gonna start this timer.
Yeah, start the timer. I don't freaking know.
Here. Just for the record, folks, Scott has not chosen any yet. And,
I'm doing that.
there we go. All right, he's locked in. All right. Well, let's start with Scott. The last second thing you went real quick there and chose King John.
Yeah.
Oh, good job.
King John is one of Shakespeare's plays.
Look at you.
Never even heard of it.
I debated
guessed.
on that one.
I guessed.
Yeah. Well, there's two kings on there, so I thought maybe,
I know there's a King Henry the something, but I don't think it's a third.
Henry the Eighth. It's not the
Henry.
third.
Yeah, the
Henry.
third was not interesting
I
enough
think
to write
actually
a play about.
he's got a few Henrys, but King Henrys, but not the third.
Is the H silent?
Henry.
King Henry Higgins. Let's see, Scott. You also chose "All's Well That Ends Well" after debating as to if it is a Shakespearean phrase or a play.
I went
And
two.
I'm happy to tell you that it is a play.
Gummit.
So Scott's got two.
I'm so excited.
Dang.
He also chose Orpheus, and guess what,
Murdered this.
Brian? So did you. So you're either going to
Yeah.
live together or die together. And I'm happy to say
I'm better
that you
off if
both
don't have it.
Die
together. Orpheus is not a Shakespearean play. However, Coriolanus is. So get your Carol's Anus out and watch that great play by
I
Shakespeare.
should have done just one, although I started with Orpheus, so I was screwed either way.
Yeah, you exactly. Like you were gone from the get-go. But your last two that you added was great.
Poop. All right, well, I'm Thelma and he's Louise. We died together.
Well done. You both drove off that cliff, but guess what? There was a little platform that you landed on just below the edge of the cliff.
Oh, good.
Were they holding hands? I can't remember. For some reason, I have a memory of them holding hands.
Yeah.
Yes,
That
their
was a
hands
big
their hands
memory.
were up in the air, holding them between the
That's
seats.
right.
Exactly. Yep.
All
Great
right.
movie.
But that little platform that you landed on, kind of like the edges of those buildings in the stacks, is left-handed people. Which of these are actual left-handed people? Your choices are Marie Curie, Hank Aaron, Tom Cruise, J. Edgar Hoover, Pablo Picasso was never called an asshole, and Stephen Colbert. It's true. Pablo Picasso was never called an asshole.
Is that true?
Yeah. At least according to Jonathan Richman, who
Oh, that's right.
created a song and titled it that very thing.
That's right. I think you might be
That's
wrong.
right.
I bet someone called him.
You think
that.
so? You think somebody called him an asshole?
Somebody
I don't know.
somewhere. They were like,
Oh,
Picasso,
yeah,
you
yeah.
asshole. Yeah.
Look at that. First we hit you with Coriolanus, and now we're talking about Pablo Picasso's asshole. Jeez. Wow. It's a
There's a
happy Monday, folks.
we got a theme today. I like it.
won't be using this in my demo reel.
Well, I'm just gonna have to guess again, and maybe I'll go a little less crazy here. I just I watched J. Edgar Hoover in Boardwalk Empire, but then I don't think I ever saw him do anything with his hand.
Did he sign anything that you were watching?
Nothing I
You could
paid
tell?
attention to is the problem.
Now I want to go back and change my answer. That feels like a tell. Dang it.
I'm picking two.
All right.
That's all I got.
Okay. Let's hone in on the one that you guys both selected. You guys both went for Tom Cruise. Ooh, was it risky business, or was it was picking him risky business, or will we be able to handle the truth? I don't know.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, I liked it.
Or will you guys come out on top? Gun. Tom Cruise is a lefty. Sure enough, yeah.
All right.
That was the only one I felt pretty sure
he's
of.
a center toothy and a lefty.
I was going to say,
he can be both.
You'll never guess from where his tooth is, which side of which hand he uses most.
So, left-handed people are right-brained and center tooth, apparently. All right, then you guys went off the rails with your choices. Scott,
because we varied, or because we are idiots? Which is it? Both,
It's
maybe.
going to be a fun one. I'm going to do it this way. Scott chose Hank Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Brian chose Pablo Picasso, and Stephen Colbert. Obviously, artist, right? You got to pick Pablo Picasso.
That's what I was thinking.
And Stephen Colbert kind of gives off that left-handed vibe. Pleased to tell you that those three are the wrong answers.
Shit.
Marie Curie and J. Edgar Hoover.
We are having one of those nights again. The days,
Dude,
I mean.
we are killing it,
aren't we?
All right. Well, you're killing it. All right. Let's get to question number 3. And what's great about
Scott,
this is that,
if we fail enough times completely, he'll have to make the questions easier at some point.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's a fair point.
Guess what? It ain't going to be now. Your question number 3 is perfumes for women. Which 3 of these are actual perfumes for women?
Well,
your choices are Cuba Jungle Snake, Warmfront, Elitist, Pigeon's Blood, Facebook, and Detour.
What?
3 of these are really actually perfumes for women. 3 of them are not.
Detour?
Warm
Front?
Yeah, I know.
Warm Front.
And Cuba Gooding.
She came in like a
Jungle
warm
snake.
front.
Cuba Gooding Snake. All right, I'm picking one because I'm scared.
Oh, dang it. I almost went 1, but I was like, well, Scott's going to go all in.
No.
Well, I guess I'm going to find out here in a second.
You're going to find out here in a second. There's really no reason when you guys are both coming to this thing 0 that to pick more than one, right? All right, let's see. Brian, you chose, let's go with this top one right here. Pigeon's Blood.
Too insane not to be real. Too insane.
It's real, and it's made by the Yana company. It is an actual perfume.
Oh, my gosh.
Pigeon's Blood.
I feel like the name would put you off. That's all.
Yeah, kind of. Ooh, what's that smell? Oh, pigeon's blood. Okay. Please remove your Tinder profile and never contact me again.
Yeah.
You smell like something. I can't quite place it. Pigeon's blood. Pigeon's blood.
Now, I'm actually going to do something I haven't done, which is talk about one that neither of you chose.
Okay.
Facebook. Dang it.
Cuba Jungle Snake is
what?
A perfume made by the Cuba Paris company.
Yeah, the old CJS. Yeah. I had a girlfriend once that wore that. Yeah.
You could always tell when she walked in the room. I'll tell you that.
That's right. All right, now let's get to your other choices. You chose Facebook and Detour as your other 2 choices. Scott chose Facebook. Brian chose Detour. I know, is that Pigeon's blood?
It'd make me gag.
Looks like we are going to a tiebreaker because neither of those are real. Elitist is the other perfume.
I thought Facebook was just so stupid it had to be real.
I know, yeah.
I've heard of Detour before, some kind of perfume, or maybe I'm just imagining it. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, Jeannie's right. Facebook is not a perfume or a cologne, but it sounds like some dumb idea someone had in today's age where they're like,
yes,
we're going to call this one, to match the modern social era we're in, we're going to call it Facebook The Scent. But then what would it smell like? Freaking servers? Would it smell like Mark Zuckerberg's shitty head or what would it be?
They wanted to go with Zuckerberg, but they went with the Facebook. And they didn't even call it the Facebook. Everybody knows it's the Facebook.
Duh.
Yeah.
All right. So how do we do this? Do we have?
Well, let's see. I'm going to decide here. All right. So Scott, you got King John, All's Well That Ends Well. You got Tom Cruise. Brian also got Tom Cruise. Brian got Pigeon's Blood. So Scott, you did have 3 correct choices while Brian only had 2. So you're going to get to choose what the pick is on this over under question.
Okay.
By the way, for those keeping track from yesterday's Film Sack pre-show, Brian lost $10 on yesterday's both games because the Rams didn't win.
Ibit Brian.
Yes. Yeah,
$10 you lost.
$10.
I was worried at first. I was like, wait, when did I lose $10?
When did I lose $10?
No, it was me. You know what? That's why they call it gambling, because what you're doing is gambling.
Yeah.
Let's get to the question here.
I think that, you know what? Wisdom right out your hole today. That was perfect. They call it gambling because you gamble in it.
Because you're gambling.
Yeah.
All right. You guys have seen those, like when they show those harps that like people are playing, and it's like the typical harp shape, and a woman sitting in a chair and she's going,
always wearing a really long dress skirt that goes
dream
down.
sequence starts. That's right. They're wearing a dress. Yep. Because heaven forbid you wear one of those with pants, I guess. Anyway, how many strings does one of those have? Scott, you get the choice of giving a number or going over under.
I would like to go over under. I would like Brian to say the strings numbers.
Oh, okay. Sure.
All right. Brian, how many strings are in a classical concert harp?
Well, I dated a girl in college.
You dated an angel?
I dated an angel, and she had one of these. Yeah, and it was, and if I remember correctly, it was 18.
18 strings in a classical concert harp.
I'm going to say, try not to think of too many cartoons where they, when a Porky Pig dies and he plays one on the way up.
Right.
I'm going to say it's more than that. I think the classical harp is way more than that, actually. So I'm going to say higher.
All right. The actual answer is 47. Woo! Scott is correct. Are you thinking of like a handheld?
I never dated nobody in college with a harp. Get real.
He avoided those girls. He didn't talk to them.
You didn't date one of the Kenner twins. What are those two girls that were popular on YouTube for a while playing? They would play harp duets, and it would be really weird and awkward. Yeah. Like
it was a really strange.
Those two have definitely taken showers together recently.
Yeah, it was creepy. I didn't like the deal. But I knew I had a guy I worked for. His daughter played harp, and she did it pretty competitively, and she was really good.
Wow,
you sit and watch somebody who really knows the harp. That's amazing. And her fingers were like hard as cement. Her tips of her fingers,
like the calluses, like it's like electric guitar calluses.
Yeah. She could tap on a table, and you could hear it go kink, 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 kink with her fingers. It's crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
Anyway, so there you go. But yeah, I feel good about that. What did our winner win?
Well, congratulations is going to Matt Eanes. Matt, you're going to be getting Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town, and Caravan Sandwich.
Oh. Nice. Ooh, I just got that game. That game's great.
Cool. Hopefully you didn't use this code.
No, I didn't. I bought it. It was on sale. It was like $11. I think it might still be on sale. But that game is so cool. They're going to love that game.
Cool.
There's a little bit of localization issues with some of the language stuff, but it's fine. You'll get past it. Nice. Beautiful game. Yeah, really neat so far. So.
Well, don't worry, Sen from This Week in MCU. I gave you another plug there. Thank you. Or you're welcome, I should say. You're going to get a copy of Shogun Showdown.
Nice.
Who can watch the miniseries the longest, I believe, is that game.
Yeah, that sounds right to me. How much stuff happens in a week in the MCU? Probably enough to talk about, right?
I would think so. Yeah, I get enough news of like, Marvel getting ready. Actually, Wonder Man comes out in a couple days. I think Wednesday. Wonder Man,
right?
And I don't know if Disney is going to drop, because what they did with Ironheart, which was good, by the way. If you have not checked out Ironheart, it's worth watching. They dropped, I think, all the episodes at once. I don't know if Disney's going to do the same thing with Wonder Man, but
yeah, I'm curious about that. They do that a lot, so maybe you'll get lucky and get a couple of them. So
I do really like the premise, like how they're taking the comic character and kind of translating him to the MCU. I think it's a really, really good, a really clever way of doing it.
I know so little about that character,
about the comic character.
Yeah. So I'm super curious about it. I'm looking forward to it. Dunaway, you lost, and that's okay. All right. Do you feel okay? Are you feeling all right?
I feel okay. I'm gonna make it.
Are you gonna make it? Even though
pick myself up off the depths of despair, and I'm gonna find a way.
All I really hope is that you guys don't get too hammered by this storm, that you don't lose power, heat, and internet, all those things. That's what I really want for you the most.
I like all of those.
Yeah, those are all good things. Modern conveniences that we forget are, we take them for granted. So don't do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Also, kiss our butts. Got him.
A little correction here. All episodes drop tomorrow. So 8 episodes, Disney Plus. Wonder Man, a good 3-hour television event. No, like 4-hour television event if each of these things are half an hour.
That's wild. I didn't know they were going to do that. Ben
Kingsley is back as Trevor Slattery, which I can't wait for. Yeah.
We will see him coming.
You'll never see me come. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you
Yeah, because he is there, see.
Yes, we see him coming.
Well, that's awesome. Looking forward to that. Guys, get ready. It's time for us to learn something together as we play this.
Science!
Bob is hungry, and the soup looks good.
Well, good, because Bobby is here to talk about science. Funny enough, it might even touch on this whole storm thing. You'll have to find out along with us. Hello, Bobby. Welcome to the program.
Hello. How are you doing?
Good. Oh, look at you all Star Wars'd up. I like this shirt.
Star Wars.
That's cool. That's classic, dude.
It is, yeah.
I like that a lot. Nice,
That is
nice,
some
nice.
1977 Zara looking artwork. I love it.
It was a Christmas present this year.
Oh, very nice.
2025 went out with the Force.
It went out with
aren't we happy when our family gets us?
Yeah, right? That's rare. So when they
It is
do.
rare. Yeah.
Well, what usually happens is Stephanie feeds all the good gift ideas to the rest of the family to them. So
yeah,
that's cool.
Well, that's good. Hey,
that's what our wives are for. That's what we do for our wives as well.
That's right. We're all trying anyway. We do our best.
Yeah.
Here's the question for you. So when you come on and do a science segment on the show, and you have your own science podcast, and you're thinking about scientific stuff and issues all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes science and what's happening collide, and today it's like that. We're having in some
We're seeing
places
science outside our windows.
That's right. We're having in some cases record-setting ice storm business happening in this particular part of our hemisphere, and you, Bobby, the science nerd man, have got answers. Why is this happening? How come we have to deal with this year? And
yeah, you're right. It seems like there might be science all around us. Like all around science.
All around science. Get it where you get your podcasts. Go today. Yeah.
So right now there's this crazy storm covering, I think the last I saw is it might be affecting in some way like 3/4 of the U.S.
Yeah.
So either with just unusually cold temperatures or ice storms like we're having here, or incredibly high amounts of snowfall. And this has happened before. It's not like this doesn't happen, but when it does happen, it's usually because of the same reason. There's a sort of like atmospheric reason that we can see coming, and that's why we got all the warnings about this happening.
I'm looking at the CBS News chart they made. I'm a little annoyed because the snow, they went ahead and colored blue.
Yeah.
The ice part of the storm, they went ahead and made dark red as if it's heat.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It feels
looks
like there would be a better color for us.
For sure. It's like the heat miser and the snowmeister fighting across the U.S. right there.
Yeah. I think really you could have done
the cold meister.
You could have just done like lighter blue up top and then a darker, I don't know, harsher blue below or something.
Yeah.
The red really throws you, but
the red was a bad
and blue
choice.
for ice.
Yeah, but look at Denver over there getting a taste.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. We're not getting any of this. Got nothing.
That's amazing. I'm impressed. You guys, we are. Look at that. We are right in the return address section of the snow and ice attack.
And I think this thing changes. Obviously the patterns change, and I don't know how old this chart is, but it's roughly that. So why is it happening, Bobby? How come we have to deal with this?
So the reason this happens is because of a phenomenon that is always existing around the North Pole called, and you've probably heard of it before because it gets talked about a lot whenever these big winter storms happen, and that's the polar vortex. You've heard of the polar vortex, right?
Yeah. I owned one for a while. They're 4-wheel drive, but you can also get the 2-wheel drive one. And Ford stopped making them, but anyway.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The polar vortex is this, as the name suggests, it's this swirling mass of air that's around the poles of the Earth. The one that concerns us, of course, is around the North Pole, and it's a very large area covering much of northern Canada and all the way around to Russia, and completely covers the Arctic regions. But it's this huge, giant region called the polar vortex, and it's a system of circulating air, right? And it's low pressure. And what it does is it causes the polar vortex, because the air is spinning around like that, it contains very cold air that is up there. And what I mean by that is by containing it, I mean it holds it there. It creates sort of a wall. There's a jet stream. There's a northern or polar jet stream that is caused by this swirling mass of air. And that jet stream is what holds all the cold air in. Now, normally this whole polar vortex is pretty strong. The winds are circulating pretty strongly, and it keeps it nice and circular up there and fairly predictable. But what happens is occasionally it warms up in the polar regions, and there are lots of reasons why that might be. Some people speculate that it's happening more frequently because of climate change. Other scientists and meteorologists say that the data is not clear. Like, that probably is contributing, but it's probably caused by other things as well. But the point is that when it weakens, when it warms up, it weakens that vortex, and it starts to get wobbly shaped, and then big lobes of it can drift down southward. And essentially what's happening is, since the jet stream, since that wall of moving air moves south, it allows, like, the wall that's containing the super cold air at the poles gets, that boundary comes down too. So it allows the air to come down towards us, which is why you get like South Carolina and Georgia and getting very cold ice storms, but then Florida is like nice and toasty warm, because it's that wall, that boundary has drifted all the way down.
Is that how pliable is that wall? Can it shift suddenly? Like today it's touching Denver, but not much more west than that. Tomorrow, out of nowhere, it could just go and the whole thing shifts to the west and takes out a bunch of stuff.
Ripple out kind of thing.
Yeah. Like, how flexible are the walls, I guess is what I'm saying.
It can move over days, like over a matter of days. It can definitely move halfway across the country, but it's usually pretty predictable in those short time spans, right?
Okay.
Like, we can see when it's going to be moving and predict it, but only to a certain extent. I mean, we were forecasted here to get possibly an inch of snow, but then the boundary for where the ice and snow boundary that you just showed on the stream was started over, as it got closer, started to drift north, and so we ended up only getting ice storms. Now, there's a lot we could talk about like why this even happens. Why is there even a vortex in the north? What is it that causes ice storms, and why are they so dangerous, and all that kind of stuff. The vortex itself is caused by the Coriolis effect, which is a really cool phenomenon. You guys, I'm sure, have heard of the Coriolis effect.
Yeah, it's what makes water swirl the opposite direction in Australia when you flush the toilet.
Yeah.
Well, that's largely a myth. That's not what happens.
But it's what they say it's called, right? When they tell you that.
Everybody who thinks that it goes opposite,
yeah,
they cite the Coriolis effect.
Yes.
But it's what the Coriolis effect really is that So it's hard to visualize this. This is sort of a visual thing, but I'm going to do my best. That's what I try to do, is visualize
you
things
do your
in
best.
audio forms.
Yeah.
So when something leaves the ground, like if something gets launched into the air, or you throw something in the air, when something leaves the ground, it doesn't just go straight up. It also goes in the direction of Earth's rotation, which is west to east. So does that make sense? Like, we are kind of launched forward by the rotating Earth
Kind
at
of
the same time.
the similar to like when you drive a car and you throw an apple core out, the way the momentum that you've got in the car and the way
the energy and the velocity of the reference frame that you just left is still contained within you, right? So that's why we can jump up off the ground and we don't, like the Earth at the equator is rotating like 1,500 feet per second. All right.
It doesn't seem like it's that fast, but yeah.
Yeah, I actually did some quick math. For us at our general latitudes, it's a little bit different for you guys. You guys are a little bit further north. For me, I'm a little bit further south. But roughly between us, it's about 1,200 feet per second that we're traveling with us, which means if you were to jump in the air and the core and you did not have the energy of being launched forward, then 2 whole football fields would pass beneath you in the half second that you jumped in the air.
I feel like as a species, we would struggle with this, That was the case. I feel like we're not built for it. Thank goodness for the physics involved, because we'd be dead. Yeah.
So the reason that's important is that so at the equator, obviously, it's 1,500 feet per second. Where we are, it's 1,200 feet per second. So as you go further north or closer to the poles, but we're going to talk about the northern hemisphere. Everything I'm saying is the opposite in the southern hemisphere. But as you travel further north, the speed at which the rotation is happening is slower. So if something leaves the Earth and then starts to move north, it still has the end. Like if something were to leave the Earth at the equator, it's moving 1,500 feet per second to the east, right? And if it starts to drift north, it's still moving 1,500 feet per second to the east, but the ground is now moving more slowly underneath it. Right?
Oh, right. Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like if you were to leave the Earth at the equator and then move north to Denver, you are now moving 300 extra feet per second to the east than is the Earth below you. So that's the Coriolis effect, is that everything kind of seems to, as it moves north in the air, it drifts to the east.
So if you were able to Superman your way from where you live to where I live quickly, not take a plane, not drive, because it's too gradual to notice. But if I could get there, just really fast, supersonic speed, would I feel that? Do you think the difference?
The Coriolis effect?
Yeah, because I can travel it so fast. I wouldn't notice the difference because it's not. It just seems like
you'd spin clockwise as you did that.
Yeah, I would go. My toilet would suddenly get weird. But.
That's right.
So I don't think you'd feel it, but you might if you're moving fast enough. It might cause you to drift slightly to the east, but you got to remember that the mass of air is also being affected by the Coriolis effect. So you're moving within an air mass.
Got it.
And so that brings us back to why I even brought up the Coriolis effect, which is air masses. So air at the equator is also warmer, which means it rises. Then it drifts northward where the air is cooler, because generally speaking, warm air is going to move. Well, it moves north, okay? And as it moves north, it drifts to the east. So that you see this effect as you get close to the polar regions. And so at the opposite also happens with the Coriolis effect, by the way. When you're moving south, you start to move to the west because you're going slower and the ground beneath you is now going faster than you were moving, right?
Yeah, right.
So what that means is in the northern hemisphere, if you're moving north, you drift to the east. If you're moving south, you drift to the west. So you're always moving to the right. There's like a right-hand rule here. And so that creates a sort of there's this vortex that happens. The swirl, as the air leaves the North Pole and it moves outwards to the south, it drifts to the west and creates this spinning vortex. And it's very strong because of how cold the air is there. And then the air that moves north, it moves as well. And it creates this jet stream in this boundary because these moving masses of air hit each other, right?
Okay. That's interesting. I keep trying to just find some way to say how New England had an advantage in the game yesterday, but they're really not training any different than we are.
Their balls were moving faster because they're further north than our balls because we're further south from them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. I mean, you train in where you're from, so you're used to it traveling a certain speed, right? So
yeah,
that all makes sense.
To bring all this together, and sort of kind of make it make sense, a little bit more, the colder the air is in the North Pole or in the Arctic regions, the stronger that force that vortex is, and the reason is because of the temperature difference. So remember, it's containing a bunch of cold air. So if the warm air, if it's very cold in the poles, then the air that's coming from the south is warmer, and it adds that energy to the vortex, and that differential, that energy difference causes the vortex to spin faster. And then a faster spinning vortex is able to stay nice and circular and contain all of it. It's a nice tight circular vortex, right? Mm-hmm. And it holds everything in. But if the air in the North Pole and the Arctic regions warms up, then the difference in temperature is weakened, so that slows the vortex down, which then causes it to get wobbly, like a spinning top. If it slows down, it starts to get wobbly, and then that's when wobbly edges can drift down and bring really, really cold air to the south.
Wow. When it stops, how does that happen? Because we're not done with winter by the time this brunt of it is done. So is it just chilling? This is like, all right, I'm done blowing for a minute. I don't want to.
Are you wondering how does it go back to normal?
Yeah. Why? Yeah. That's the part that's weird about all these things to me, is they go from kind of normalcy to extremes.
Yeah.
And then back.
So it's actually really, really cool, because if you imagine like an amoeba blob, which is this weak polar vortex, and a lobe reaching down into the United States right now, eventually that lobe will get lower and lower, and then it'll break off. It literally will break off from the main vortex. And because it's broken off, now the jet stream kind of corrects itself. It's separated off, and where it broke off is the jet stream is now further. It's closer to the Arctic, and it can sort of over time get back to its normal strength because that lobe broke off. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that lobe that broke off will become a cold weather a cold low pressure system, which is not many. Low pressure systems are warm because warm air rises, creating less pressure on the surface of the Earth. Mm-hmm. But cold low pressure systems happen because of this like breaking off of a lobe from the polar vortex. That's one of the main ways that it happens. It's got a whole name. It's called like a Rossby wave pattern or something like that. That's not important, but
yeah. I'm going to check on that later, though. I'm gonna look
Rossby
it up.
wave pattern. Just
yeah.
We ain't messing around here on the TMS show.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, and so what happens is you have really cold air low to the ground, right? Because cold air is heavier.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So this cold mass of air stays really close and low to the ground, and then because that happens not fairly frequently, but it does happen more often than we have these crazy ice storms that are all over the news affecting people. So why does it create an ice storm is because at the same time that this weakening jet stream, this weakening polar vortex is pushing a huge mass of cold, low altitude cold air towards the southern United States, there's a very moist, love saying that.
Oh, the best word ever.
Everybody's
moist.
favorite word.
Yeah, everyone loves moist and moisture.
Yeah, there's a lot of moisture coming from the Gulf Stream and the Gulf areas, the ocean in the south, and
the ocean.
So you know what? I was about to say the Gulf of Mexico, and then that made me think of the Gulf of America. And
and then you got mad. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
And then I got angry.
This happens a lot. I feel you, man.
So the Gulf of Mexico has a bunch of moist, warm air that is moving, and it goes over top of the cold air coming from the mountain. And so what happens is you've got 3 sort of layers. This moist air being sandwiched between cold air coming from the vortex and then cold air that's just naturally way up high in the atmosphere. And so the top of that moist layer gets frozen, and then ice and snow falls through it and melts, and then it refreezes again low to the ground, but there's not enough time for it to form like sleet. At least here, where me and Brian Dunaway are living, and
Many
Amy
others.
and lots of people here in the South who are getting ice storms. And what happens is it creates super cooled droplets that haven't had time to turn into sleet and snow, right?
Yeah.
And so they're water that are super cooled past their normal freezing point, and as soon as they hit anything, they instantly turn to ice. And
Damn.
so you get trees that are just
They
you've seen, I'm
explode.
sure,
My sister's she has video of this before they left Minneapolis to come here for the funeral. They had trees near them exploding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That'll
a
happen
wild
sometimes.
idea, man.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I know.
But we get it all the time here, where I'm sure you've seen these beautiful pictures of trees that are just covered in a layer of clear ice, you know. And it happens all the time here during these ice storms, and that's why is because
or
the
at least
liquid
on one side where the wind's been blowing it against it. Yeah,
and it's really an interesting phenomenon because it's not ice you will get some sleet and drop ice pellets on the ground, but most of it is just liquid water that is super cooled, and as soon as it hits something, it instantly turns to ice, and then it becomes really, really dangerous to drive on. It becomes dangerous because it's ice. It's not like snow. It's not.
right.
It very quickly makes
It's instantly slick as opposed to having any sort of
yeah. We had roads closed all over the place here. Where all over Facebook, I was seeing pictures of just the roads around my neighborhood with cars smashed into light poles and all kinds of stuff.
Jeez.
Yeah.
But you guys just aren't. When I was in an ice storm in Mississippi, they just were not. The infrastructure was not prepared. It's not like people can't deal with it.
And also, we get a little defensive when people make fun of us and say like, you guys don't know what you're doing. But and I do too, because it's kind of like, you can't make fun of me. But if I'm being honest, we don't know how to drive in this.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with me that I kind of like those videos compilations of cars sliding around on ice that are like going sideways?
There is
like,
something about them, dude. There's like a not catharsis. That's not the
There
right
is
word.
something, though. Yeah, maybe
The
it's not
slow-moving ones. The slow-moving ones are good, and I think I like those because I know they're okay. They're not gonna they're not gonna be
As
injured.
long as I'm seeing ones where somebody's not getting killed, it's like.
Yeah.
But you put it to the blue Danube, the and it's perfect. It's like you know.
Yeah, something about those. And also, the other thing is we do the same thing. When I say things like, oh, man, it's cold today. Oh, how cold is it? It's like 22 degrees out. And people on the East Coast are like, or, Minnesota, the Dakotas, they're like, are you kidding me? You care about that?
Oh.
Big baby. Or you guys, if I say it's a little windy and then you guys have actual hurricanes, like we don't have any comparison. So we're all in this together.
Nobody ever says to me that it's windy. I don't ever say, "Oh yeah, well, I have a hurricane sometime." Like that's anybody who says that, they can just F right off.
Yeah, we're in it's the United States, not the states of differing.
Has
we're
anybody
united.
ever said to you?
Go ahead.
Has anybody ever said to you, "Oh, it's a little windy here," and then you're like, "Yeah, well, you ever seen a tornado?" Yeah,
Let me
we
tell you
know
about
there
that.
are things with lots of wind. It's okay.
It's sometimes, it's not full main character syndrome, but there is a tendency for people, if you say how bad something was, for them to go, "Oh, you think that's bad?" And then they tell you theirs. It's just humans. We're hard. We're complicated creatures.
Yeah.
Turns out.
I think people just want to share their own experience as well, but do it in a little bit more of a kind way.
Yeah, I like that. Be kind. Rewind. That was my. That's why I was proud of my sister at the funeral. Her main takeaway at the end was be a little kinder, be a little nicer, be a little more friendly. And it really stuck. Everybody needed to hear it. It was good. I had this very, very old person come up to me later and go, "Your sister changed my life today."
Wow.
And I'm like, it only took 98 years or however long.
Right.
But you got there. It was great.
Not much time left for that change.
No, you better get out there and put it to work. Put rubber to the road, buddy. Well, Bobby, all of this is fascinating. Of course, we have very basic weather here on this radio show, so it's nice to have real weather talk from somebody who knows what they're talking about. Tell people about your show, where they can find it, and what's up over there.
Our podcast is All Around Science. That's me and my co-host Maura. We come and talk about science, what's going on, and mostly just whatever we feel like is making us curious and interested at the moment. This episode that just came out today had a friend of both of ours, which is Logan Larson, was on our show.
Oh, cool!
That's great.
Yeah.
He talked about coaching. He has he's a coach. Which is different than a therapist, and so we talk about what are those differences. But there's a lot of overlap, and we wanted to talk to him because he has a very sort of evidence-based approach to his coaching, and we of course, as a science podcast, appreciate evidence-based approaches to anything.
He's
So
great.
all around
He also
science,
has the twisted, weirdest face when he plays arcade games.
Really?
Yeah, I need to get into the science of that.
Yeah,
There we go.
One of
Yeah,
those TMS Vegas years. I think it may have been the year he won.
It was.
In the finals, I just got a real good angle and look at his face when he plays. There ain't nothing like that.
I do a thing with my tongue where I'm like, when I'm playing something, but only with
when I used to
arcade
play the
games, not
guitar,
with-
when I used to play the guitar, I had the stupidest look on my face whenever I
Oh,
played
yeah.
the guitar.
Yeah, I think we all have a dumb look at one point or another, and we should celebrate each other.
base face is
That's
what
right.
it's called.
Right.
I should also mention, this is a bit of a Johnson poll, but Bobby is helping me with programming at this year's Nerdtacular event, and as a result, we are this close to releasing a skeletal, as Bo Schwartz would say, or skeletal, as normal people would say. Look at what the current schedule looks like.
Oh,
It's
cool.
actually pretty firm. I shouldn't say it's skeletal because there's a lot of meat on the bone. But
Yeah.
barring any other changes, it's looking real solid. So as
I
soon
think
as
it's
that's
pretty
available,
solid. It's basically whenever Scott decides. I don't know what he's had going on lately.
yeah, I
but-
know, right? Nothing
know.
going on around here.
Jeez, could you make this a priority, Scott?
Right,
for Pete's
exactly.
sake?
I mean, June is not gonna get here any quicker. So what the f?
But yeah, as soon as Scott's ready, the schedule is pretty much ready. So I'm really excited for people to see what sort of events we've got planned and how it's going to look and all kinds of stuff like that.
And for people who are doing those events to finally see what time they're going to be doing those events.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
We got Brian doing trivia shows all night long, all the way till 4 a.m. He just doesn't know it yet.
It's overnight trivia. So tuck in.
Yeah,
Late night, all
overnight
night.
trivia with Coverville. I kind of like that.
Pajama trivia starts at 11 p.m. and naked trivia right after that. So
man.
tuck in.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
Dress in
Bobby,
layers, people.
make sure you get your all-around science on, everybody. Go listen to it. Bobby, always a pleasure having you on, and we will talk to you soon, my good man.
Bye.
Bye now.
See you, Bobby.
Oh, that
Cool.
didn't hang up on him, did it? There it is.
No, it did not.
Now it did, and that one's gone. Okay.
Cool. Right there.
We're here, everybody. Let's get to, what time is it? We got, you know what? I'm gonna read this one. You know what? Okay, here's what I'll say, and we'll make it
say.
quick because it's fast. It's a quick email. Here's your thing for it.
This is about the jugs of pee.
He says, since Scott was at a funeral, was there loads of funeral potatoes there? And this is from somebody named Hope.
Maybe they were just hoping there would be lots of funeral potatoes there.
I mean, I did. I went hoping.
They were going, hope there was.
Here's hoping at the end of their thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, John was in charge of picking the food, and he chose lasagna, the traditional funeral food,
Sure.
lasagna.
Yeah.
Because his Italian blood will eat nothing but things made in Italy.
Oh, please tell me that you had umpteen foil trays, foil pans
Yep.
filled with lasagna.
Yep. Couple vegetarian ones. The rest were meat, and it was, for as far as the eye could see,
Actually, does sound really
it
good.
was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah.
I didn't get to have any funeral potatoes. Brian, let's do this thing too, which is I got a little thing for it.
Would you not eat my pants?
All right, we're gonna try.
Sorry, that is so much better. I love the What's a Foodie, but that is now my favorite food
It's pretty
intro.
great.
I want more food sent to us so we can use that intro more.
If you guys at home have never seen the reporter lady getting pecked to death by a bird
By a
or a goat or
Oh,
whatever
bird,
it is.
that's what it was.
Is it a bird or a goat? I don't remember.
Ostrich or I can't remember.
It's an amazing. It's one of the greatest viral scenes ever. Okay, so
Yeah.
do we know who sent us these?
Oh, I was hoping you had the box.
All I
'cause
have is this, not the packing. So I'm not sure. Dang it, I didn't think of that before we brought it in
I
here.
didn't think of it either. I here's the thing. When I open this up, because it came to Brian Ibbett, Carverville Media, LLC, it's like, oh, it's got to be from Mike Pacholik. So I didn't keep the box. And so whoever sent this, I
Yeah.
apologize because I reached out to Mike Pacholik and said, hey, thanks for the Goo Goo clusters. And he said, nope, wasn't me.
It wasn't me, he says. And I had her in the
Did you
shower.
send us Goo Goo clusters? It wasn't me. Did you send us funky Oreos? It wasn't me.
Did you send me some of those corn nuts? That was me.
That was me.
So these are someone in the chat might even be the person. So we'll
Might be.
find
I
out.
hope so. I hope somebody does fess up because
These are the Goo Goo clusters.
Person was it the same? Did you get?
I got different flavors.
Yeah, so did I.
Oh, you
which
mean other stuff?
promptly ate. Yeah, we got another thing from Matthew Bach.
Oh, our board game. One of our board game people.
Yep, exactly. And you'll be receiving this at some point. But this is a lovely, like a kitty carryall of funky Oreo cookies from Japan.
Oh my lord!
Yeah,
I want
Look at
that. I'm never getting rid of that box
You're gonna
either.
get that. Really?
I'm keeping that box. I'm hanging that up somewhere. That's
All
great.
right, it's a Christmas ornament for a weird tree. But
Yeah.
that one came from Matthew Bach, and I don't know if Matthew Bach also sent the Goo Goo cluster.
He might have. So whoever this was, go listen to the Goo Goo Dolls and then tell us that you sent us the Goo Goo clusters.
Look at that. It was Johnny Resnick sent us the Goo Goo clusters.
Oh,
Thank
Johnny
you.
Resnick.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
I wish you would jump out of that ledge, my friend.
That's right.
No,
You will
that's
one day.
Third Eye Blind.
Oh, whoops. We got the band. All right. All right. Which one do we want to? You've eaten them all. What do you got left?
Let's do the pecan because that's the only one I have left.
All right.
Blue package.
Sent me peanut butter, the original, and pecan. Pecan only one. The rest are two each.
Oh wow, you got.
That's what was in the box. So I don't know.
There were 4 in mine. I had.
I have 5 total.
If I've told, yeah, I had 4 total. Unless Tina ate one before I got to it, which is certainly
could have
possible.
happened.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Oh shit! I dropped it. Okay, I'm eating the peanut butter one because it went
There
way
you go.
over there.
There you go. Oh, that was such a good one.
Do that.
I wish I could eat the peanut butter one again. Although I love pecans, so I'm not going to complain. This is like a
always
this is
my
like a
favorite.
marshmallow turtle, is what this one is.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
How much sugar is in each one of these?
Oh, don't look. It's gonna kill you.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Total sugar's 18 grams.
Yeah.
17 of that is added. 220 calories for that whole unit. I'll be having a bite and that's all, but that is fantastic. I can see why these are probably one of those regional like you got to have them.
They are, and
never
I
had 'em
will
before.
say, to the previous 3 that I ate, Tina and I divided them up into quarters and ate
wise.
them. You know,
That's
we each
the
had
way
a
to do
quarter at a time.
that is the way to do it. Except this time you horked something down there a little bit.
I did. I swallowed wrong. Got a little pecan lodged in the esophagus.
Well, there you go. Whilst we wallow in our pleasure of eating that, we thank whoever
Yes.
that was. So let us know who you were.
Thank you, so we can thank you properly. Reach out.
We'd love that. All right, that is it for today's show. Frogpants.com for all your needs. There's some changes going on the website, so right now the /TMS is not a thing, but you will see the podcasts and when you go there. I'm just working on it, so hang tight. If it looks weird when you go to the site for any reasons, all our info's there. It's just new stuff. So check it out, frogpants.com for all those needs, and you'll find all the links to all the stuff we do here, including ways to contact us, send us your emails, send us your texts, your voicemails, all that fun stuff. And if you have a song request, there's a way to do that too, which leads nicely into whatever request we have now.
It does, although this one's not a request.
No.
I do need some requests. We got a couple left for January, and February is mostly wide open. So get those requests in at when things are working over at frogpants.com.
Yeah, I mean, it's
then you'll be able
there.
to
You
do
just have to go to frogpants.com and then navigate the podcast.
there you go.
Yeah,
See,
just hit
easy
the
enough.
shows and you're in. Yeah.
Cool. All right. This one is an Indie in the Middle. And as soon as I read the headline on this, big thanks to Josh Mills from It's alivemedia.com. Excuse me. Celtic punk band Boiled in Lead, 12th album King of the Dogwoods, comes out March 20th. You had me at Celtic punk band, which actually I love. These guys are from Minneapolis, legendary Celtic punk band from Minneapolis. Band called Boiled in Lead. They've got a brand new album, their 12th album called King of the Dogwoods, which comes out March 20th on Omnium Records. This is the first single from the album. It's called Je t'aime Helena, and it's really, really good. Jump right onto it and check it out. Here is Boiled in Lead.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
He reads everything.